so much for joining us on TVC Breakfast. It's the midweek edition, and we're here to give you all the information you deserve to know. I'm Ibrahim Shita.
Indeed, it is time for Breakfast Nigeria. You are very welcome. We've got a very big spread for you this morning. You could be anywhere, but you're choosing to spend your morning right here with us on the TVC Breakfast Show. I'm very grateful, and you're very welcome. My name is Olamide Odekunle.
Olamide, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Just the two of us.
This is where two or more are gathered. Indeed, God is in their midst. It's a very fast table. I miss our colleagues.
Most definitely. Well, they just had to, attend to some other very important.
Absolutely.
So we're here
we'll do our best
to carry on the duty.
We'll do. You look very handsome. You look cuter than when Etoma is next to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment. It's good to see you, Olamide.
Yes, good to see you. So let's get into some serious affairs. After 18 months at the helm of Nigeria's armed forces, General Musa has been nominated to take on a new national assignment, this time as the Minister of Defense. Now, his nomination follows the resignation of former Minister of Defense, Mohammed Abubakar. In this report, TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akande spotlights General Musa's nomination and what it means for Nigeria.
This is considered to be a decisive move from President Bola Tinubu, coming just hours after former Defense Minister Muhammad Badaru Abubakar tendered his resignation. In a letter to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, President Bola Tinubu put forward a name that needs little introduction in Nigeria's security circles. General Christopher Gwabem-Musa, a soldier forged in some of the country's toughest battlefields. At 58 years old, the former Chief of Defense Staff is widely regarded as one of the most experienced counterinsurgency commanders of his generation. He was born in Sokoto State in 1967, educated in the same city, and later attended the College of Advanced Studies in Zaria. In 1986, he entered the Nigerian Defense Academy, graduating in 1991 with a Bachelor of Science degree, before being commissioned as a second lieutenant into the Nigerian Army. Over the next 3 decades, General Musa would rise through the ranks with a reputation for grit, discipline, and operational intelligence. Among his notable postings are Commanding Officer, 73 Battalion, General Staff Officer, Operations, HQ 81 Division, Commander Sector 3, Operation Lafia Dole, Commander Multinational Joint Task Force, Lake Chad Basin, Theater Commander, Operation Hardenkai, where he oversaw key offensives against Boko Haram and ISWAP, Commander Nigerian Army Infantry Corps, and eventually Chief of Defense Staff, appointed by President Bola Tinubu in 2023. His international recognition includes the prestigious Colin Powell Award for Soldiering, which he received in 2012, a rare honor for an African military officer. The nomination comes at a time when Nigeria continues to battle terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, oil theft, and evolving threats across multiple regions. State House sources say President Bola Tinubu believes General Musa brings the strategic stability and operational clarity needed to strengthen Nigeria's security architecture. In the president's letter to the Senate, he expresses full confidence in the retired 4-star general's capacity to lead the defense ministry at a critical juncture. Now all eyes turn to the National Assembly, where lawmakers will decide whether General Christopher Gwabem-Musa will step into one of the most consequential cabinet roles in the country. With his nomination, Nigeria may be witnessing the return of a combat-tested commander, one whose next mission will move from the battlefield to the very heart of policymaking. Femi Akande, TVC News, Abuja.
Meanwhile, the Senate is now set to screen General Christopher Gwabem-Musa as Nigeria's new Minister of Defense as a replacement for Mohammed Badaru today. Very interesting developments we're seeing.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday Nigeria watched as effectively, the Ministry of Defense lost their head. We were all worried. There were rumors that, it was going to be General Christopher Musa, and, these rumors have now been confirmed. I truly believe that President Tinubu is signaling continuity within security forces. There's a lot of public confidence in General Christopher Musa, I believe, because he's led several frontline operations. He knows the terrain intimately, from the Lake Chad Basin to the northeast. He knows, he's led many frontline operations, and so he knows what he's doing. But a lot of people are saying that it's not necessarily about his expertise being in question. The issue is, will he get the political backing that he needs to carry out, this big job?
Right.
He's got very big boots to fill. And something that is worrisome as well, Ibrahim, is that there's no honeymoon period for him right now. Nigerians are expecting delivery. They're expecting a drop in the numbers of deaths and insecurity crises.
Because there is, as you said, the time for us to prosecute the war against insecurity is yesterday. We missed it. This time round is today. And so much so that by tomorrow, we all want to go to bed sleeping.
Absolutely.
It is good that the president has, brought back General Christopher Musa, 39 days after his exit, where Olukoyede took his position at the time. But one thing is, this is an appointment that a whole lot of people really, really agreed, with the president on this appointment. Unlike when he made appointments and the people will be like, this is just a way of settling, some of the political friends and all of that, or giving, appointments to people that you feel that, they just want to appeal to them. But this time round, but I'm not saying that all of the appointments he's made, has not been, accepted or probably praised. But this time around, everyone knows the sacrosanctity of bringing the right person to do the job, because who else could have been qualified, for that position, if not for someone who had risen through the ranks, who understands the rope of, understands the terrain, understands the insecurity, understands how to prosecute war against this enemy of Nigeria, the internal saboteurs and all of that. But one big thing, if the president has acceded or has listened to, both internal and external calls for appointing someone who understands how to fight this corruption in the military, corruption in our prosecution against insecurity and all of that, then he had brought in General Christopher Musa, then it's a happy thing. So most definitely is going to get the backing of the federal government.
Absolutely, and we cannot underestimate General Christopher Musa's experience on the front line. Just yesterday we had a conversation on this very table with a security expert who told us that, while we are watching and we're seeing a new Minister of Defense, being appointed, the terrorists are also watching. They also have their own intel, and this news means various things to them as well. And so it's important that we have somebody who not only understands the intelligence and the mindset and the psychology of terrorists, but who knows their hiding spots. The critical intelligence he has cannot be underestimated. But on a lighter note, there were a lot of jokes online, Ibrahim. People were saying that he used to answer to Matawali, and now it's the other way around. And what that God cannot do does not exist.
No, and I think that's a misconception. There's actually a difference between Minister of State and the Minister of a particular, government, department, and agency. So when you say Minister of Defense, he has his own role. I think he's got the Navy, the Nigerian Army. He controls a large, part of the Nigerian security architecture. And if you talk about Minister of State, he is not subservient. It is not written anywhere in the Constitution or whether in their brief that he is subservient or is a junior to the minister himself. So they all have their roles spelled out. So one thing we need to see is coordination. We need to see the Army coordinating with the Navy. We need to see the Navy coordinating with the NSCDC. We need to see the NSCDC also working in line with the local security, the traditional leaders, and every single individual to see that this is not a war for General Christopher Musa to fight or Matawale to fight or even President Bola Tinubu to fight. Is our battle, is our fight. So whatever information we have, whatever it is that we need to do to dish out information to help the government prosecute this war against terror. And I'm happy that all of these things are happening now, because it's going to help the president to see that, it is a time for us to say enough is enough. Enough of this kidnapping, enough of ransom collecting, enough of killing people and treating people as though they are nothing or maybe they are leaves or anything. We have to make Nigeria great again.
Absolutely. Indeed, heavy is the head that wears the crown. But like you just spoke, Ibrahim, and I agree with you about the importance of cooperation from various institutions, not just placing this heavy insecurity burden on the head of General Christopher Musa. And he understands the power of cooperation. I mean, he once headed the multinational joint task force. He understands the importance of intelligence webs and coming together. So Nigeria is watching and waiting. We're at a critical time. Our international partners and international bodies are watching us. Everything we do in this moment in terms of our security landscape is increasingly important and will tell us how Nigerian leaders feel about the insecurity in the country.
And is this a signaling to the international community that, we are getting there? So we wait to see what comes out.
We look forward for a change in the security narrative. Well, that's it for this banter. But we'll take a very short breather. And when we return, it'll be time for the newspaper review. Ibrahim's got that covered.